All right. Trying to make sure my field of view is how it looks the straightest. Awesome. Let me reduce this echo. Okay. Welcome back to some more Rise and Shine yoga. Come to laying down on your back, on your mat, or whatever your space is this morning or evening, whatever time you're watching this. And just come to lie on your back, maybe close your eyes, whatever is a comfortable position for you. Today we're going to be working on grounding a little bit. So digging a little bit deeper to hold poses longer, to feel more grounded in ourselves and where we are. Because in order to grow, we have to be rooted. We'll go there. As always, the disclaimer or virtual agreement that you will listen to your body and not go further than is right for you. I will give you offerings of other poses and to potentially go further, but listen to your body and don't go further than you can. So, without further ado, make sure if you're not already, come down, lie in a comfortable supine position. Whatever's comfortable for you. Just let everything go here, wherever you're lying down. Maybe close your eyes. Tuning into your body and your mind. Maybe as you try to calm your body, you can calm your mind. Encouraging a stillness here. Relaxing the muscles around your eyes and around your mouth. Starting to notice the breath and trying not to change it, just notice. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it in the chest or the belly? And now try to change it. Try to make it more full. Fill up more of your body on your inhales. And let it all go on the exhales. If you'd like to incorporate your Ujjayi breath, by all means. But I'm mainly going to be prompting you with the depth of your breath. The expansion through your chest and your back. And when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, you can start to rub your thumb on each fingertip, starting to wake up your body. You can start rolling the wrists and the feet, the ankles. Maybe reaching your arms up over your head. Stretch for a full body stretch. And when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. Plug them in for just a second. Before you move or rock, just take a moment of stillness. Feel that hug into yourself. Trying to root the tailbone down, keeping your spine long as you hug in your knees. And now as you breathe, bring a little bit of movement. You can rock back and forth. You can do circles with your knees. Whatever is comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and rock back and forth along your spine or roll over to one side. And we're going to meet at the seat in the front of the mat. And just come to a comfortable cross-legged position. And rest your hands on your knees and sit up tall. Maybe closing your eyes again here. Rooting down through your sit bones, reaching your head up to the sky. Take a nice full breath. Exhale it out. Another biggest breath of the day yet. And release it. Maybe blinking the eyes open or keeping them closed. You're going to bring your left leg over your right leg, crossing your ankle over the thigh, and then planting the sole of your left foot outside of your right thigh. And you can tuck your right foot in more if you like. And then you're going to reach your right arm around your left knee and sit tall. Hold this here. And using your body, try to twist further, not using your arm. Use your body to look over to the left. And then when you're ready, plant your left hand up behind you for a little bit of a kickstand. Hold your spine long and straight. A nice seated twist. Holding here. On your inhale, to reach your head longer, your spine longer to the sky. And exhale, release into the twist. Holding here for 5 breaths. 5 is going to be our magic number for today. And your next breath in, elongate your spine one more time. And exhale to release out of it. Come back to center. Maybe stack your right shin over your left shin, taking it out of that cross over the thigh, and then letting your shins stack one on top of the other. Hold it here, waking up the hip. Maybe reaching your chest forward on your inhale. Maybe planting your hands down out in front of your shins. Reaching your chest up. And exhaling forward. Maybe a little bit of seated cat-cow, maybe a little bit of forward fold. Give you options of what you'd like. Maybe a combination of the two. Inhale your chest up. Exhale, rounding, folding. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, rounding, beautiful. And again. Inhale, chest up, and exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, chest up, and exhale, fold. All right, come back to the seat. Sitting long and tall, and switch across your legs. Tuck your left foot in towards your hip, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Maybe planting that right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Wrapping your left arm around your right knee and sitting tall. Take a moment here, sit tall and long, and saying hello to that outer hip. Trying to sit with it and notice where your mind goes. As we get into stretches or holds, requiring the muscles to work, notice where your mind goes as we hold in stillness. This is our tendency that we just want to move, we want to shake it out, just try to sit with it. What happens when you marinate in your body? Reaching tall on your long in-breath, and exhale, planting your right hand back behind you, and just easy in the twist. Don't crank, let it come from within your torso. Maybe looking over your right shoulder, maybe just continue to look straight forward ahead. Noticing as you breathe in the stillness. Inhaling deeper. And exhaling it all out. 2 more breaths here. As you inhale, you reach long and tall. And exhale, come back to center, unwind. Bring your left shin parallel to the edge of your mat, and then maybe stack that right shin over top of the left shin. Holding here, waking up our hips, and sitting in stillness. Notice my tendency is to wiggle into it. Just take a moment and be still. And inhale, reaching your chest up, your spine long. And exhale, maybe round, maybe fold. Walking the hands out if you want. Inhaling here, chest forward. And exhaling, folding. 3 more cat-cows. Inhaling, chest forward. Exhaling, folding in. Inhaling, chest forward. And exhaling, folding in. Last one. Inhaling forward. And exhaling, folding, bowing. And then on your inhale, come up and sit tall. Uncross the shins and roll forward onto your hands and knees. Taking the knees out wide, toes touching one another, or keeping the knees in closer. You feel it out, sit back into your hips for a child's pose. Touching your forehead to the ground if you can, reaching your tailbone towards your heels, and reaching your arms long. Pressing your fingertips into the ground and reaching your arms forward so much that your elbows aren't touching the ground. If that's all right with your shoulders, make sure you're broadening across your shoulders and collarbones here so that the eyes of your elbows or your elbow pits are reaching towards one another and maybe up to the sky, externally rotating those shoulders here. Noticing your breath again, inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Two more breaths here. Last breath, inhale for a count of 5 to 10. And exhale for a count of 5. On your next inhale, raising your head off the ground, looking forward at your hands, tucking your toes under, maybe shifting forward in order to shift your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. And hold it here in stillness. I know we usually like to wiggle it out at first, but at first right now, let's hold in stillness together. Everyone knows it's uncomfortable. That's good for you. Inhaling a nice deep breath here, bringing your ears in line with your upper arms. Reaching your elbow pits towards one another, maybe towards the sky. Rounding across the chest, maybe bringing your heart closer to your feet without moving your hands or feet. Reaching your hips up and back, engaging the legs. Pressing into the balls of your feet. Holding here for another 2 breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Again, inhale deeply and exhale fully. Your next inhale, maybe give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, break that stillness, wiggle your hips side to side, pedal your feet. And looking forward at your hands, try to walk your feet to your hands slowly and mindfully so that you're placing your heel down first if you can. Walking heel toe, waking up those hamstrings. Walking yourself up to your hands. And with your feet hips width distance, your knees bent. Fold into yourself here for forward fold. Maybe turn it into a ragdoll fold if you'd like to grab opposite elbows. But guess what? Hold in stillness first. Holding here, keeping your knees bent any amount. Relax your head, shake your head yes, shake it no. That doesn't count. Folding deeper here. Maybe working towards straightening your legs. If you'd like more, if not, stay where you are. Another 2 breaths. Inhale fully. And exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Release the hands. We grab onto your big toes with your 2 peace fingers, wrapping your first and second fingers around the bottom of your toe, and then clasping those 2 fingers with your thumb, reaching your chest forward on the inhale, and exhaling, folding deeply. So work towards straightening the legs. Maybe letting the elbows fold out and away from the body. But try to keep the shoulder blades down your back and broad. Holding here for another 3 breaths. And last exhale, pulling deeply. And then release your toes and you're going to ragdoll come up, stacking one vertebrae on top of each other, but doing it slowly. Try to take at least 3 breaths to do it. Coming up slowly, rounding up slowly, breathing into every articulation of your spine, stacking your hips over your heels, bringing slowly your shoulders over your hips, and eventually letting your head up last, floating over your shoulders. Maybe bringing your shoulders up to your ears, and then reaching them back and down. Standing tall in your Tadasana at the front of your mat. Feet can be hip-width distance or toes can be together. Standing tall, grounding down through the feet, all 4 corners of the feet. Knees stacking above ankles, hips above knees, shoulders above hips, and your ear in line with all of that. Standing long and tall here, release your butt flesh towards the backs of your thighs, but engaging those legs. Reaching your arms down by your side, letting your head float. Engaging the abdominals so that your low ribs and your hip bones work toward one another. Staying here for 1 more breath. And exhale it out. Inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead for Urdhva. Keeping your Tadasana stance in your body, reaching your arms over your head, maybe your upper arms in line with your ears. And then exhale, folding forward, bending the knees to do so. Lifting your chest halfway, fingertips to the outer edges of your shins. Come up halfway, trying to make a 90-degree angle with your body, keeping the knees bent if you need to. Reaching your head away from your tailbone and holding here. Inhaling, expanding your chest, and exhaling, holding. Breathing steadily here. Another 3 breaths. Last time, inhaling, elongating the spine. And exhale, fold forward, let it all go. Plant your hands and step your feet back to the plank. Holding a plank here, Tadasana on your hands, engaging all the muscles in your body. Shifting forward onto the tips of your toes, bending the elbows back, touching in line with the ribs, and come all the way down to the belly. Planting the tops of your feet onto the ground, about hip-width distance. Bringing your palms back if they are a little bit higher, but fingertips in line with your nipples. Resting the forehead on the ground, reaching the elbows back and not out. Inhaling, peeling your chest off the ground, and holding your low cobra. As you breathe out, engaging the abdominals, your belly towards your spine, so you're not puffing your belly up to get more lift. You're engaging your abdominals to find that lift from deeper within you. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release your head down. Letting your left cheek rest onto the ground, looking over to the right. Releasing your arms down by your side, palm face up, grounding down. Another breath here. Finding stillness without effort. As we work towards stillness with effort. Bring your forehead back to the center. Reach your arms back towards your feet, peeling the shoulders off the ground. As you inhale, reach the head off the ground. Maybe reach the legs up and off the ground for your locust pose. Holding here, long, deep inhales, and exhale, engage the abdominals. Breathing steady here. Think about the subtle movements. Reaching your shoulders back, reaching your hands up, reaching your feet out in order to reach them up. Another 2 breaths. Inhaling deeply and exhaling, holding. Last time. Inhale deeply and exhale, hold. And then release it down. Look to the left and then release your right cheek to the ground. Holding stillness for a moment without effort. Noticing if there's stillness in your mind when you stop moving without effort. And trying to find that stillness of your mind as we start to move and hold with effort. Planting your palms underneath of your shoulders and pressing back through child's pose. Holding child's pose again. Reaching your arms forward. Inhaling deeply. Exhale fully. Two more breaths. Look forward. Tuck the toes under. Come up to your downward facing dog. Setting it up. And then shoulders down towards your hips. I guess up towards your hips. Pressing the fingertips and the knuckles of each finger into the ground. Keeping that reach up and back in your hips. Breathing here. Two more breaths. Looking forward, bringing your left knee into your chest and shifting forward. Maybe coming up, reaching your chest up to the sky in order to plant that left foot in between your hands. For your low lunge, maybe coming to your fingertips, maybe releasing that back knee or keeping it lifted. Sitting here in your hips. For just a moment. Reaching your spine long, letting your head float in line with your spine. looking at the floor in front of your mat. On your next exhale, release your back foot to the ground. Come up onto your toes if you release the knee. And then plant that back foot down in line with the heel of your left foot. Your right arch in line with the heel of your left foot, making your right back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat, and then bring the toes in slightly. With your right arm, reach it up and over, come up, your torso tall for your warrior two position. Reaching your hands in line with your shoulders, coming to a T. Sitting deeply into that left leg, bringing the knee over the ankle. Noticing if your torso is shifting forward or back, and bring it back to center. Turn your palms face up for just a moment, feeling that release of your shoulder blades down your spine, and then bring the palms face down. If it's all right, with your neck, go ahead and look over those left fingertips. And breathe. Notice as you're holding this pose, where your mind goes. And try to bring it back to the present. You're holding this pose. You're strong. Maybe noticing a new muscle in your body as the larger muscles start to let the smaller ones take over, maybe. 2 more breaths. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. We're going to come into side angle. Reaching your left arm forward over your left knee. You can plant your forearm onto your left thigh and reach that right arm, circle it around, bringing your right upper arm in line with your ear, and then reaching the arm straight up. Trying to make a straight line from your fingertips to your heel on your right side. If you want more, you can maybe plant that left foot inside the left foot, or hover it in line with your left arm. But no, we're going to hold this. So take a pose you know you can hold for 5 breaths. Challenge yourself if you would like, but don't go too far. Holding here. Inhaling fully. Exhaling fully. Maybe look up to the ceiling under your right arm. Noticing the length that you're creating in that right side. Trying to find the same amount of length in your left side. As you reach your chest, trying to spin it up towards the sky. But remember the legs, sink deeply in that left leg, wrapping your left thigh underneath of you as you press your right leg back behind you. Holding here for 2 more breaths. The word breath is now sounding weird as I say it. And as you exhale, look down at your foot. Release your left elbow from your left thigh and start to straighten that left leg, pressing weight in the big toe side of your foot. Maybe bringing that right foot in slightly, keeping both legs long and straight, keeping your torso in line with the ground as it was before. And place your left hand, palm up or down, on your left shin. Reaching your right arm to the sky for triangle. Trying to externally rotate your shoulders here, allowing your shoulder blades to reach towards your hips, letting your head float in line with the rest of your spine, maybe looking up at your right fingertips and holding here. And exhaling into it. Maybe closing your eyes for a moment. Inhale, as if I'm grabbing you from your right fingertips. Slight bend in the left knee. Bring your torso up to center. Parallel both feet with the side edges of your mat so that your toes are facing the long edge of your mat. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Reaching your chest up, you can bring your hands to your hips or your arms in line with your ears, hands overhead. Slight bend in the knees as you exhale and dive forward, maybe planting the hands on the ground. Reaching your chest forward and the spine long, bringing the weight in the toes, the balls of the feet. And exhale, fold deeper, maybe walking your hands in line with your feet, bending the elbows. Inhaling, elongating your spine, your head towards the ground, and exhale, release it out. Three more breaths. Walking your hands underneath your shoulders, coming up halfway. Inhaling, bringing your hands to your hips. Exhaling here, bend your knees slightly to inhale all the way to standing. Spin your heels in, your toes out. We're going to bend deeply to come into goddess pose. Bending those knees out towards the corners of your mat. Sitting deeply into this squat. Bring your torso directly up over your hips. Tadasana in your belly, bringing your both ribs and your hips together as you sit deeply in those legs. Maybe bringing your arms up in line with your ears, turning your palms out, bending your elbows out to the side, bring your upper arms to a T, and your palms up by your ears. Holding here, 5 breaths. Maybe close your eyes, maybe open your mouth. And then as you inhale through the nose, let your breath exhale through the mouth. Inhaling here. Exhaling through the mouth. Again. 2 more. Last one. Bring your hands to your hips or more towards your knees and gently dip one shoulder and then the other, feeling the stretch in your groin and your shoulders. Give yourself a little bit of movement to shake it out here. And straighten the legs. Turn your right toes to the back of your mat. Bring your left foot parallel to the front edge of your mat. And then turn your toes in slightly. Left arch in line with right heel. We're going to sink into warrior two on the right side, bending into that right knee, stacking it directly over the ankle. Bring your torso upright, arms out to the side in line with your shoulders coming to the T. Holding your warrior two, strong in both legs, looking over your right fingertips and breathing here. Close your mouth now and try to find some stillness. Breathing deeply. On your inhale and exhale, release it fully. This is a warrior pose. It's not supposed to be easy. Pressing that back edge of your back foot into the ground. And then try to bring your feet together underneath you. That's the action. You're not going to bring your feet to touch one another, but try to wrinkle your mat underneath of your feet, engaging those lower leg muscles. 2 more breaths. Then keeping your legs where they are, reach your right arm forward, maybe planting your right forearm on your right thigh, and then letting your left arm fall down towards your legs, and then circle it back up towards your head, bringing the upper arm in line with your ear. Side angle on the right side. Keeping that deep bend in your right knee, keeping the knee over the ankle, wrapping your thigh and your right butt underneath you, reaching long out of your left side here, straight line from your fingertips to your heel. Finding that length in your torso, trying to find that length in the right side of your torso as well. Breathing here, maybe looking up to the sky underneath your left arm. Breathing here, hold it. One more breath for good measure. If you thought you couldn't hold it, you can. And then exhale, release your lower arm, keep your torso where it is, straighten that front right leg, maybe walk your left toes in a little bit, letting your right palm release to your left shin or ankle or foot, palm face up or face down, reaching your torso long out of your hips, looking up to your left hand, reaching that hand directly up and over the shoulder for your triangle pose. Trikonasana. Holding here, engaging both leg muscles, pressing into the big toe of that right foot, activating the shin, your calf towards your shin. And breathing here. Inhale. Reach your left arm to the sky, pull to my imaginary hand, pull yourself up to standing tall. Parallel both feet with the short edges of your mat. Try and keep the toes in line with one another so that you're standing equally. Reaching your chest up and forward, bend your knees slightly as you fold forward here. Exhaling to fold Plant the hands under your shoulders, or maybe come to your fingertips. To inhale a long spine here. Bend your knees slightly as we come into this pose, keeping the knees bent if you need. Keeping the weight in the balls of your feet. Don't let it sag into your heels. And if you're ready, exhale, fold deeper. This time, keep your hands where they are, or grab the outer edges of your feet. Holding here with a long spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Last inhale, reach your head towards the ground, and exhale, let it go. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Inhale for a half lift, bend your knees slightly, bring your hands to your hips, exhale, and inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. Spinning the heels in, toes out, setting up for goddess one more time. Bending the knees and sinking your hips down. Try to get them in line with your knees if you can. Bring your arms up overhead. And then maybe bend at the elbows, palms face out. Come to cactus arms. Holding here, or if you'd like, one heel up or both heels up. Holding here. Engage those abdominal muscles, bring your lower ribs towards your hip bones. Reaching your head up towards the sky, releasing the shoulder blades down the back towards the hips. 2 more breaths. As you inhale, exhale, release. Your heels down, straighten the legs, release your arms by your sides. Spin your left toes towards the top of your mat, pop up onto your right toes for a little bit of a transitionary lunge. Plant your hands down on the side of your left foot. Step back to a plank, holding your plank here for 5 breaths. Shifting forward on your toes, reaching your chest forward through your arms, bending your elbows, holding your chaturanga, knees up or down for 5 breaths. Shoulders away from your ears, broaden across the collarbones, engage those abdominals. 2 breaths. Lower down to cobra. Roll over the toes to upward facing dog. Hands and feet are the only thing that touch the ground. Holding here for 5 breaths. Broaden across those collarbones. Reach your chest towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Reach your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pressing the fingertips into the ground, reaching your hips up and back, engaging the leg muscles. Wrapping your outer upper arms in towards your ears so that your elbow pits work on facing the sky. 1 more breath in, and exhale. Lower the knees, untuck the toes. Sit back on your heels if that's okay with you. Reaching your arms up in line with your ears. And then lower your right hand down to the ground, reaching that left arm up, and then folding over your left arm towards the right side of the room. A little lag stretch. When you're here, reaching your chest towards the sky, engaging those abdominal muscles. Next, inhale, reach your arm up towards the sky, and come up to a seat. Plant your left fingertips or palm down beside your left hip. Reach your right arm up in line with your ear, and exhale, fold your right hand towards the left side of the room. Lateral stretch here. Inhaling, looking up underneath of your right arm, and exhaling into it. Bring your palms on the ground in line with your knees. And one at a time, bring your feet to the ground. Or if you'd like to play, try doing it both at the same time with your palms on the ground. Jump up to a squat. You can bring your heels closer, your toes further apart. Your feet can be wider than the hips with distance. They can be as wide as your mat. Trying to reach the heels towards the ground. Here in your squat. Reaching your chest up. Maybe bring your hands together. Your elbows pressing into your knees. And holding here. You know how many breaths we're doing. Inhaling deeply. Reaching the chest up. Engaging the legs slightly. Inhaling, reaching your chest up, and exhaling, saying hello to those hip flexors. Last inhale, and exhale, and fall back onto your butt. Come to a seat. Bring your left leg out long in front of you. Bend the right knee. Bring that right foot in towards your hips and let the knee fall open. So that we're doing a seated tree position. Your right sole of your foot is pressing into your left thigh. And really engage that connection. Flex those left toes back towards you. Press that right foot into your left thigh. And then inhale and square your torso over that left leg. And then slowly walk your hands outside of your left foot forward, keeping a long spine. Inhaling forward, your chest up. And exhale, go ahead and round into it. Any amount. You can grab your foot if you'd like. Keep the knee bent if you need. Try to get your belly button onto the thigh. Maybe your head, forehead to your knee. Holding into yourself even deeper on the ground. Last breath. Inhale. Come up, walk your hands towards your hips. And switch to the other side. Bring that right foot out in front of you. Bend the left leg. Bring the left sole of your foot. Glue it into your right upper thigh. Press that engagement of your foot into your thigh as you engage the right leg. reaching those cords back towards your face. Inhaling, sitting up tall, reaching your chest towards your toes, and keeping a long spine. Walk your hands outside of your leg, keeping a long spine here. So inhale, and exhale, fold into it, round down into it, and maybe grab your foot, exhaling into yourself here. Try to get your belly button to your thigh, your head to your knee. Inhale, chest up, head up, walk your hands back towards your hips. Plant the soles of your feet in line with your hips here. Plant your hands back behind you, fingers facing your hips. Give yourself quite a bit of space, so walk your hands and feet out. And coming up into reverse tabletop, lifting your hips and your chest up to the sky. You can let your head release back if you like. Planting all four corners of your feet into the ground, your fingertips into the ground. Inhaling and exhaling here. Two more breaths. Inhaling long, reaching up, and exhaling your head back. Inhaling long, engaging in the legs and the feet. And exhale, sit your butt back down on the ground. Maybe inch yourself forward on your mat, bringing your knees into your chest, and just rocking back onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. Maybe give them a little wiggle. Do whatever you need to right now. Find relaxation. Maybe happy baby. Grabbing the outer edges of your feet. Rocking side to side. Plant your feet on the ground in line with your hips. And let your shoulder blades wrap underneath of you, down towards your hips. And then release the arms by your side. And then when you're ready, release the legs out in front of you. Letting the feet flop open and surrendering here. One last breath, biggest breath of the day yet. Exhale, open your mouth. One more. Inhale all the way, fill up. Open your mouth, exhale. And releasing control of one another. Rounding, rooting down so that you can grow. Releasing any tension around the eyes and around the mouth. Let the tongue float in your mouth. Release it from the top of your roof of your mouth. Notice here. Where your mind wanders. Maybe feeling a little bit more grounded. Giving yourself this time to relax. here as long as you would like. But if you're ready, start letting your thumbs rub your other fingertips, giving yourself a little bit of a gentle wake up. Maybe rolling the wrists, the ankles, elbows, and knees. Maybe reaching the arms up overhead for one more long stretch. And then coming, roll over to the side. Your side's comfortable for you. Or rock and roll up to a seat. Thank you for joining me this morning, or recorded, whatever time it is for you. We're going to bring our thumbs up to our mouth and give them a kiss. And the light in me honors and respects the light in you. Or namaste. All right, stay as long as you'd like, relaxing on your mat. Thank you for joining me. All donations to my Venmo at Eva-Lopez-58 will go to the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, again this week, and 10% to the Buckeye Tree Lodge for letting me use this space. We're going to be doing hopefully in-person classes next week if everything works out. So if you're in Three Rivers and you'd like to do in-person classes, you can join me here. I will post some more information about that. And thank you again. I hope you have a great day.